How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel and the video review of the JJRC JJPRO F01, the 5.8 gigahertz 64 channel FPV goggles. So let's open up the box and see what we got. Okay, here is everything that was inside the box. You get a USB charging cord and the goggles itself. It comes with the antenna. I screwed that on, and I left this plastic on here just to show you that the goggles, this is how the goggles came. It's just a plastic peel off to save the front from being scratched. This nice glossy shiny finish, so that's really nice of them to do that. Taking a look at the goggles, it has this nice velvety finish coating on it, like some of the other goggles, and it is that anti-scratch finish, but it does leave a lot of smudge, but you can wipe that off and it looks brand new. Let's see, taking a look at the side here, the buttons, volume control up and down, the charging port, menu button, the power button, the charge indicator light. It is red while it's charging and it's green when it's done charging. It roughly takes about 60 minutes. And the up and down button right there. Now taking a look at the bottom here, there's a speaker grill with the speaker underneath. Yes, it has volume controls, so when you control it, sound comes out from right there. Now taking a look at the foam insert for the face plate, it is not those traditional type where you adhesive stick on. It is a wraparound design, so that little white face plate comes off via those screws there. There's 4 screws. You can take it off, and this foam insert wraps around on that face plate, and then you just insert it in here. So when you want to replace one of these, it's really easy. It is not stuck on, so that's really nice. You don't have to peel off and do that acetone, remove all that sticky stuff, residue. So that is really nice. Now the straps are very, very strong. They're all adjustable. Each one of them has that buckle adjusting mechanism there, so it's really nice. It's almost like suspender strength, so it's really good. It's really heavy duty. Now there is a battery that is built in, sort of, but it is still removable. So let's go ahead and check that out. Let me flip this thing around. There we go. Now you can use your thumb and open it up. It is really hard to open. Whew. But once you open it, there is the battery. And let me slide that battery out. It is plugged in via a JST plug right in there. And it is the 2000 milliamp 10C 3.7 volt battery. The really thin kind too. So you put it right in there, and very low profile, and click it in place. And there you go. Leave it in there and charge the battery through this battery port, the USB port. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at all of the functions of this goggles. All right, we got it all set up. I have a VTX pointing at the product box, and let's go ahead and turn this baby on. So hit that power button and long press it, and the power comes on, and I've already locked on to the channel of the VTX, and look at how clear that is, guys. Really nice, man. It's really, really clear. And let's see. Now, the up and down button changes the channel up and down, but you can't do it until you hit that menu button. So let's go ahead and hit that menu button, see what happens here. It brings up some of the icons, the battery indicator on the left, and the signal strength and the channel on the right top. And here is the color. Here is the contrast, and here is the saturation. And one more hit is the channels, and this is the auto channel search, by the way. So let me go ahead and get to that settings right there and hit that button, and it will search and lock on to the strongest channel. So we are back at the same channel. once again. So let's go ahead and take a look. It is 5.770G. All right. So now let's hit that menu button and go beyond that search. You hit it one more time. Now you are able to manually change the channel. Again, let me go back to that. All right. So now you are able to change manually. So I'm hitting that up button here and going up in frequency. So this goggles, you are not able to change the band, but you are just able to go up and down in frequency all the way up to, it is advertised as 64, but mine's go maxing out at 61, and then it hits 1 again. So let me keep hitting it. It goes through every single channel and it locks on to the strongest channel here, which was 5.770G. There you go, right there. So if you go down, let me go back to that channel, 2, 3, 4, and 25th channel still got good reception. 24th still got, 23rd, 22nd fuzzing out. So 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So hit it right around in the middle, which is the 26, and you got the strongest channel, and it has locked on to it. All right, now that's about it for this control, and the only thing left is now the volume button. Let's go hit that volume up button. There you go. Volume down, cancel that noise out. But if your VTX has a microphone built in, you are able to listen in on what's going on, I presume. So that's pretty cool. So that's about it for the function of this JJRC JJPRO F01 goggles. So let's go outside and give this thing a field test. All right, we got the JJRC JJPRO F01 goggles ready to go, and I'm going to be recording the screen with my phone here. And once again, we are going to utilize our old friend, the XKX251, with the piggyback of the FX798T all-in-one VTX. And I'm also going to be recording on my Fat Shark goggles, and I'll be using the Fat Shark goggles for this FPV flight. So let's go. Okay, here we go. Right away, we are headed towards the opposite side of the field as always to test out the range, and it is doing fantastic. It is very clear. The color saturation is great, and the white balance is pretty good. Whoa, we got a lot of disturbance here, but I normally do get a lot of disturbance over there with other goggles as well. Now we're turning around right around almost that 200-meter mark, and it is doing fantastic. And this 5-inch screen, man, it is nice and big. And this 480 pixel count is very clear. There was a slight delay in my controls right there. I didn't understand that, but we are doing fine now, speeding across on the other side of the field. And I'm going to be turning around on that 180-meter tree right on your left there. And we are starting to see a lot of static right here. And turning around, I've made it. I could have gone a little bit further probably, but that was around the range of this VTX, the 798T VTX. And it has flipped over many times, and I have mended it many times. So that's probably the reason why it isn't doing as good as a new VTX is. But this goggles is fantastic. It's so comfortable, and at 480 grams, you don't even feel it on your head. There's a big slowdown right there. I'm losing control of the quadcopter's pitch. It just stalled, and now I gained it back. I don't understand that. Wow. Something about that area right there. Now I'm headed towards the jungle, and we are going to see what happens when I go towards the opposite side here. And right around here is when I step into trouble and see all that disturbance. Yeah, you got to go up in altitude to get away from disturbances like that if you're behind an object here. And that 25 milliwatt transmitter always do give me a hard time right around there, and behind of the car as well, passing through where the car is blocking the VTX and the goggles. But all in all, this goggles is doing fantastic. You can see everything and it's very, very clear, and the disturbances don't bother me that much, like this small minor disturbances. You always have those little disturbances anyways on most of the goggles, so that's nothing new. And flying with this goggles is just fantastic. Right now, although we are looking at the recorded video of my phone recording the screen of the goggles, it just looks fantastic. This is what you would normally see if you had it on your face. So it's a fantastic goggles, guys. We're coming down here for a landing now, and as always, on our next clip, what I'm going to do is do a split screen where I'm going to use the same video clip on your left that we just saw a minute ago, and on the right we are showing you the recorded DVR video from the Fat Shark goggles. So it's a side-by-side comparison with the Fat Shark goggles, and let's see if the JJRC can hold up. There's that big disturbance, but the Fat Shark goggles scathed it with minor lines, so that's great. 1 point for Fat Shark here. And right around here, you see that I'm starting to stall a little bit. This strange little spot, man, that I lose control of the quadcopter right there and I gain it back. So strange. All right, now we're going down. We're headed towards the other side of the park, and we are speeding across, and again we are going to see what happens to the Fat Shark at that 180 meter tree on your left there. And here we go, here we go. Whoa, about the same amount of disturbance, if not a little bit more. And the Fat Shark, man, is not holding up as good as the JJRC. So that's 1 point for JJRC. All right, so now we're heading back towards the initial side of the field here, and we're gonna test out and see if we can get any static from either one, and just minor ones, not really to deduct points with, but look at that. That is so strange. I completely lose control of the quadcopter and I have no pitch control, and slowly I gain it back. So weird, man. Anyways, heading towards the jungle again. Let's see what the Fat Shark does. Lots of disturbance already. There's some more. Here we go. Wow. I say that was almost a tie there. Just about the same amount of disturbance of the Fat Shark versus the JJRC. Wow. So the JJRC goggles is holding its own, guys. So we are at 1 point and evened out, Steven. So we are calling this almost equal here. So this is the first time when a sub $100 goggles has come face to face with the Fat Shark goggles and held its own. Just about the same amount of disturbance all around. So thumbs up for the JJRC goggles, guys. And the clarity is there, the comfort is there, and the one push button frequency lock. That's the most important thing. How cool is that? You just push one button and you're locked into the strongest frequency, so you don't have to thumb through all these bands and channels. That is just awesome, man. All right, so here we come to a landing now. So I thank you for watching, guys. Please subscribe and share, and have a great day.